Hello everyone and welcome to this little video. Now this is all about the setup trick in ESL Go Force and perhaps any default setup race that you actually do on Project Cars 2. Now during a recent, well it wasn't even recent, it was a few months ago now, the PC patch, obviously we changed ESL cars around the same time and all the setups were unstable. Now what a lot of people found was that suddenly some people were going very quick while others were 6, 7, even a second down, 6, 7 tenths or a second down on the lead drivers and didn't know why. Now as I said in the ESL Hockenheim video, I spent hours upon hours trying to figure this out and I found it out. And some people are still asking how to do it, even though I've explained it a couple of times in text. So here's a video example of this. So I'm just leaving the pitch right now. I set it as stable and look at the brake balance change. So it goes 56 all the way down to 51 and you can go down all the way into the 40s as I've mentioned in the past. So without cutting any of that video out, I am now going to change this to loose, and the lobby is on default setup. As you'll see shortly, or if you saw as I was speaking before. I'm going into the time trial mode, same car, same track, you know, exactly the same settings here as I had in the online lobby. I don't know if it works for different tracks and then it works in the same, but I'm just going to keep it similar. So as you see, it's on stable. I now choose the SMS loose. Don't even have to hit save. You can see it's on loose on the tuning setup. I now leave that and I'm now going to create another lobby as we just back out of that. So create online events, let's go down and click that, there we go, and we're just going to make sure it's on private because we don't want anyone joining. Start, keeping everything the same, and we are then entering the lobby. Quick loading times obviously on the PC. I've got an M2 drive and that is what Project Cars 2 is on the M2 drive as we load. And nice to have the world record there. Got that as practicing for the ESL Go 4 when it was Zolder, and we're just going to ready and exit the pits. So we head towards the exit of the pits now. It's going to be very, very easy to do this. As I say, I've just loaded the time trial and changed it. And as long as you've got the brake bias assigned, you can tell if it has changed. And we're going to look at the setup changes as well. As we leave the pits now, it's in the 40s. So you can see the difference there straight away. There's the brake balance change. And as you can see on the left, there's no tuning setup change there. And it was the same for when I loaded it. You saw I haven't changed anything. So let's actually have a look at those setting changes. So the key things here, we're on loose at the moment. Brake balance 48, 52. Downforce is at 4. They're really key. So you can see the brake balance change there. It starts at 48. As I showed, we're in the 40s. Rear downforce at 4. Let's have a look at the stable variant. Downforce at 5 and brake balance at 57. So the brake balance doesn't matter that much because you can change it in the race. But the downforce was key at Hockenheim on the straights. As you saw prior in that video, I was really far down in that situation. Let's go to suspension now for loose. As you can see, toe angle is a key one to look at here, and also the camber. Minus 0.1 and 0.4, minus 2.6, minus 2.3 respectively. As we then go to the stable one, it's now cambers at 2 and 2.5 minus, and we've got 0.1 and 0.5 toe in. So again, that changes how the car steers. So obviously it's going to be a bit more unstable on loose. However, it helps with turning, and I mentioned about turning with that setup changes. Suspension, I don't think anything changes here from memory, but you can pause the video and have a look yourself if you think that something does change. I wasn't sure how to show this, by the way. There's so much information on screen I couldn't really put it side by side without cutting stuff off. ECU and engine braking, let's go to that next. So 8 litres, 100%, and as we head down towards the ECU, and the gearing doesn't change, by the way. We've got 10, 75 and 1. So if we then look at the other side of this, on the stable side, it is again 10, 75 and 1. So you know, nothing's changed there. As I say, the gearing does not change at all, which is handy, because if it did, that would make a big difference again. But stuff does change on the differential. So if we have a look at this, we've got off, 1 on, 78, 60, 35, off, 300 off. I know clutches changes. I think the preload changes. So does the power and coast. So let's keep an eye on those. So we've got 78, 60 and 35. So it goes 76, 80, 20. So the coast changes there. Again, that can all have an impact on your racing. So yes, it's stable and loose. Loose is the faster one. I just wish it went to just one setup because it is an issue at the moment in the ESL. In fact, you can change it retrospectively. We're on PS4 now, and it's exactly the same on PS4, so I can only assume this is the same on Xbox as well. I'm just assigning the brake bias, because literally I have not done that at the moment. Obviously, I've only just recently got Project Cars 2 for the PS4, and we're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to leave the pits. As you see, we couldn't select the tuning strategy there. I'm even just selecting the camera here as we head out the pit lane. Now I think I'm on Hockenheim here, because obviously that was where I first really went at it. I forgot to change the time and everything else, but even so, we're going to leave the pits, and once we leave the pits, as you can see, we're in the 40s. Now I was automatically on loose setup here, so I'm not sure whether the change in the PC didn't happen on the PS4, but it's good to test this anyway, just in case one time maybe we change the class in ESL, then stable becomes faster. That could happen, but as you'll see in a second, it's in the 50s. There's a video playlist there if you want to have a look at any more Project Cars videos. My logo's there if you want to subscribe, and as you can see, 50s there for the brake balance. So it does affect PS4, same as PC, so I can only assume it affects Xbox. I hope you like that video. Hopefully that helps, but thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.